This video provides a comprehensive legal lecture on the Supreme Court decision in POEA versus the Commission on Audit, specifically regarding statutory mandates, compensation law, and audit disallowance refunds. We will examine the case significance, focusing on the intersection of agency mandates, standard compensation law, trust funds, and the civil liability associated with government audit refunds. The factual background involves an incentive fee scheme, where POEA received service fees for assisting in OWWA fund collections, totaling over 19 million pesos in allowances between 2002 and 2005. The Commission on Audit issued a notice of disallowance, citing violations of the salary standardization law, constitutional prohibitions on double compensation, and the improper use of trust funds. The core legal issues address whether collecting these fees fell under POEA's statutory functions, whether the scheme violated compensation laws, and who holds liability for refunds under the Madera Doctrine. Regarding statutory mandates, the court held that these collection duties were inherent to the agency and could not justify additional incentive payments for public officers. Compensation standards were strictly applied, noting that constitutional rules forbid double compensation without specific authorization, and the petitioners failed to prove any valid exemptions. Furthermore, OWWA funds are protected as private trust funds for overseas workers and cannot be diverted to administrative personnel, nor can core functions be outsourced to create grounds for extra pay. The ruling followed the Madera framework, which determines liability based on good faith, bad faith, and the requirement for recipients to return funds received under solutio indebiti. In its final disposition, the court affirmed the disallowance, holding approving officers solidarily liable for their negligence and requiring recipients to refund the disallowed amounts. Key takeaways emphasize the sanctity of public trust and fiduciary funds, and reinforce that, under the Madera Doctrine, good faith alone does not always excuse the return of illegal disbursements. Thank you for your attention to this review of the Supreme Court's 2020 decision. We hope this summary clarifies the legal principles established in this case. The images utilized in this video were sourced from Wikimedia Commons and Cloud CFO, as cited here.